And there it is. Another outstanding applause. Okay, so here we are again. This is the 4th week of us focusing on the individual members of the Caravan Kings. So this would make it episode number 12. So you've learned about Abigail. Focus. You've learned about Joni. You've learned about Scott. By now you've learned about me. So this episode is about actually the quietest member of our band, Wayne. So Wayne and I have known each other since we were wee little lads. We met middle school. That's why I'm saying 13, 14, 12, somewhere around there. Rode skateboards together all the time. We have known each other ever since. I mean, we've been close friends, you know, kind of on and off, moving from place to place to place, but we've always stayed in touch, and we've always been able to pick up that friendship right where we left off. So when the opportunity came for Wayne and I to play music together again, like we did when we were younger, and you'll learn more about that in his video, it was a no-brainer. Had to have the man in there. So, really, without further ado, let's learn about Wayne. All right, guys. Hope you enjoy it. More stuff's to come, and you know what? Take care of yourselves. We'll see you out there.
So, it looks as though I'm the last member of the Caravan Kings to make a video. I hear there's been some inquiries as to how we got into music, how we got into the Caravan Kings, and a little history about ourselves. So, this is how my story goes. I've been a lover of music for 40 plus years, I would say. It started back when my uncle was in a gospel group, and I used to go and listen to him sing all the time. After that, in 6th grade, when I decided I wanted to try band, we had to actually start out on the clarinet until we progressed on that. Then we were given the opportunity to audition for an instrument that we would like to try to play. So I decided I wanted to try play drums, and it got down to me and a female, and she beat me in the audition, which rightfully so. She deserved it. She was a better drummer, which is ironic because in the Caravan Kings we have a female drummer, Joni C, and she's a better drummer than me because I can't play drums at all. I can keep a simple beat, but that's about it. After that, I decided I wanted to try to play saxophone. Played saxophone for about a year, and then due to some unforeseen circumstances, I had to give it up. Years later, I decided that I wanted to try to give guitar a shot. Got a guitar, took a couple lessons, was learning a little bit, but it was difficult for me because my fingers were so big that they would rub the strings when I would try to do chords, which made it hard. I had a good friend, Ricky Midkiff, who had a band, and I would go and listen to them practice. And one day when I went to go listen to them practice, the bass player didn't show up. So Ricky asked me, he said, "Hey, do you want to try to play bass?" And I said, "I don't even know how to play bass." He said, "Well, if I show you what to play, will you try?" So I did, and he taught me Crazy Train, and I loved it. Prior to that, I'm not sure that I could even pick out a bass line in a song. All I ever really focused on was guitar and drums. That low end and that rumble of the bass, and the fact that I had a lot more room, is all reasons why I fell in love with the bass. As Todd had mentioned in his video, in high school I played with Todd and 2 other guys in a basement band, garage band, whatever you would call it. Played with them for a while, had fun, was really loving it. But then my car broke down and I had to be an adult and sell my stuff to get my car fixed. Quit playing bass for, I don't know, probably a good 10, 12 years or so. Bought another bass, started playing a little bit again. Next thing you know, I'm having my second child, needed money, sold all my bass stuff. Once again, I quit playing bass, and then I told myself, I said, if I ever have the opportunity to get another bass, I don't care what happens, I'm not selling it for no reason. Several years went by. I started going back to church, and they said, we need a bass player. And the assistant pastor said, well, Wayne, I know you used to play bass. And I said, I don't know that's what you would really call it, but yeah, I had a bass. I tried to play it. He said, well, why don't you give it a try? So I did, and I started learning on my own. Haven't really taken any other lessons, just more or less playing in church, and was enjoying it and loving it. And I couldn't get enough of it. I mean, we couldn't get enough practices in a week to satisfy me because I loved it that much. And then due to some friends passing away, I got together with Todd. We were talking. He was telling me a little bit about this project that he was doing. He sent me some clips. I really dug it. And then later on, he reached out to me and said, hey man, would you be interested in playing bass? And I was like thinking to myself, now that, you know, you had a record deal, you had contracts, you like toured, you've played places that I probably would only dream of. You know, there's no way that I could play in a group with you. But he's like, just come out, give it a shot, see if it's for you, see if you like it. You may not even like it. And I got out there, met Todd and Scott at our rehearsal spot at Mike and Stein Studios, and just started jamming with them, and I fell in love with it all over again. We played for a little while. We all discussed getting a drummer. I knew Joni had played drums. Todd reached out to Joni, and she came out. She seemed to like what we were doing, and it kind of just went from there. And I've really enjoyed playing with these guys and gals. It's really been therapy for me because I feel like music is medicine. I think music can heal you in ways that nothing else can. I just try and strive to get better every time I pick up a bass. There's so many great bands that influenced me. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Primus, Rage Against the Machine, Parliament, Victor Wooten. I could probably go on and on and on and name some of my influences. It has been really, really good therapy for me joining this group and just creating music with these wonderful people that I met, that I call my friends. Yeah, me and Todd have been friends for ever since we were in our teens. We've worked together, we've skated together, we've done a lot of things together, and you know, that bond and that friendship that we had, I cherish, and I now cherish the friendships that I have with Scott and Joni as well. I just hope that I can be what they need me to be what I want to be, and create music for all music lovers. It's definitely new to me playing with people of this magnitude. And I would lie if I said I wasn't nervous. You know, I'm trying to put one foot forward, learn all that I can when I can. I try to take criticism from them, which I typically put myself down and they lift me up. but that's what bandmates do. That's what friends do. And that's what people that you care about do. When you need them, they pick you up. And if there is something wrong, I know that they would be the first to tell me, hey, this isn't working. Maybe try this. And that's fine, and I'm okay with that. That's a little spew of how I got started in the Caravan Kings, my love for music, and how I got into music. And hopefully we'll make some great music for everyone to hear, and maybe play some shows, and look forward to seeing y'all out there. Take care.